When we hit real hard. An amazing night and an all-new time.
That'd be real good. Play that funky music, white girl.
Empire 8 star at 9, only on Fox. Tomorrow night is all new on Fox. Don't miss the series premieres of Beat Shazam and Love Connection.
Carl loves football, so he got DirecTV because of the football package. Sadly, just a few months into his 2-year contract, his rates are skyrocketing, so he had to find other ways to pay for his DirecTV. Take it or leave it. Don't be football poor. Switch to Optimum. We'll buy you out of your contract and lock in your rate.
Perfectly orchestrated. In sync with your life. Hackensack Meridian Health is redefining how health and care come together. Because when everything works together, your world gets better. Hackensack Meridian Health. Life years ahead.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Right now on Fox 5 News at 10.
British police are hunting down everyone involved in Monday's deadly terror bombing. They believe a network of people is behind that attack. Authorities now tracking down members of the suicide bomber's family.
All right, Dan Bowens with the details of an investigation that has now moved far beyond just England. Dan.
Well, Darian, Steve, this investigation now spanning 2 continents. Police arresting the father and brother of the Manchester suspect in Libya and another brother in Manchester. And in the UK tonight, law enforcement teams are hunting for anyone else who may have been involved.
Whoa. Police in Manchester hunting down a terrorist network, at one point using a controlled explosive to enter the apartment of an apparent suspect. Raids in the UK searching for people supporting Salman Abedi. Authorities confident he had help carrying out Monday's attack. I think it's very clear that this is a network. And in Libya, security forces arresting the suicide bomber's brother on suspicion of ties to ISIS, saying he may have been planning a separate attack in Tripoli. Abedi's father, who just yesterday said his son was innocent, also detained by Libyan authorities for interrogation. Authorities saying it appears Abedi, a British citizen, traveled to Syria recently and was in Libya days before taking a train to Manchester, detonating a powerful and sophisticated explosive, indicating possible ties to a larger terror cell. The terror threat in the UK remains at its highest level of critical, a show of force with nearly 1,000 military troops deployed to high-profile sites, contrasted by thousands gathering to honor the 22 people killed.
It's just devastating. It's just a horrible thing to happen, especially to children.
And just yesterday, Charlotte Campbell issuing a plea for help locating her 15-year-old daughter, Olivia, holding on to any shred of hope.
Every possible scenario that she's just going to walk through the store any minute.
Now the family posting on social media their worst fears, the unthinkable has come true. Charlotte, like so many others, is gone.
We just can't let them very close. We just have to stick together and stick together. And just be strong.
I'm going to tell you exactly
Now, the AP reporting the suspect's father, who was taken into custody in Libya, may have ties to a group called the Salafi Jihad Movement. That's an extremist organization with similar roots to Al-Qaeda. As for the younger brother, police believe he may have been in constant contact with the bomber and possibly knew about the attack in advance. Steve Michael.
All right, Dan. And Ariana Grande is suspending her world tour in the wake of Monday's deadly bombing. The pop star has canceled shows through June 5th, including 2 concerts in London. Those dates might be pushed back, according to a statement.
Maybe. I don't know.
Three police officers are dead after a pair of explosions in Indonesia. Investigators say 2 suicide bombers blew themselves up just minutes apart near a bus terminal in Jakarta. At least 10 others were injured, including 5 police officers who had been guarding the raid. There has been no claim of
The TSA testing new security measures at 10 airports across the country. Passengers are now required to place electronic devices larger than a cell phone in separate bins for screening prior to boarding. This is in response to threats terrorists may use these devices to conceal explosive device.
And
Some food
then
items
that
will
wasn't
also
good
be
enough.
checked as of
And
now.
then
These
what the
procedures
fuck
are
am
not
I?
in effect at airports in our area.
I wasn't supposed to say that. I said you wasn't in the
Well, last
wrong.
month has taken
You
a toll on
wasn't.
President
You said I
Trump's
was in the
job
wrong.
ratings. A
And
new
then I said you
poll
wasn't in the
says that
wrong.
his
Yeah, you
approval
said I was in
rating
the wrong.
has
What
dropped
made you say I was in the
colleagues
wrong?
down to
What made you say I was in
40%.
the wrong?
Meantime, there are new revelations involving
They
the Justice
said
Department tonight.
that
Linda Schmidt live in the
they
news.
added
with
that.
that.
That's right, tonight
No.
news regarding the Russians. Now, the Justice Department is explaining tonight why their boss, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, failed to include meetings with the Russians when he filled out his security clearance
You're
form
taking this
to
out on the
become
wrong
the Attorney
line.
General.
You're taking it out
After
on
news
the
reports
wrong
suggested
one,
the
Sonny.
Justice
No,
Department
no,
was
no.
involved.
And you
Attorney
said I
General
was
Jeff
right.
Sessions
You supposed to
did
be
not
my
disclose
boy,
his two
Sonny.
meetings last year with
Right?
Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak when he applied for his
Let me get my
security
water.
clearance.
My boy.
Kislyak is at the
I can't
center
handle
of the
my water.
Russia
No.
investigation.
Why? No,
A Justice
I said
Department
so.
spokesman
Okay.
says a Sessions aide was
Go
told
get
by
some
the
water.
FBI that
Go get a
Sessions
knife
did
while
not
you
need
at
to
it. Try
include
to cut
meetings
me.
with
I would
foreign
never,
officials
ever
that he had
do
in
that
his
in my
capacity
time
as a
because you're my
senator.
boy.
Now,
I
during
would
his
never.
confirmation
You are my boy,
hearings
but
earlier
you
this
said
year,
never.
Sessions
Now I never
was
say
called
that
by
to you.
Democrats
You
after
said that
he
on the
failed
way
to
to the
disclose
store. When we
he
walked
had
past
met
him, you
with
was
the
like,
Russians
Sonny, you know
and
you was
was
in my
required
mind though,
to
right?
recuse
That's what you heard
himself
you
from the
talking.
Russia
Remember your
interference
homeboy not saying
investigation.
shit.
In the meantime, some heated exchanges
Say
at
because I was
budget
drunk.
hearings today
I heard
on
exactly
Capitol
the
Hill.
words that came out your
President's
mouth.
budget director
So
Mick
blame me because I
Mulvaney
was
getting
drunk. He
grilled
wasn't
by
there.
Democrats
He
on
was
President
there.
Trump's newly
He was not
released
there.
budget
What the fuck are you
report.
talking
It
about?
indicates,
When we
among
left
other
the
things,
crib.
that
Oh my
the support
God.
for
How
more
dare you?
educational programs, including those for Special
Sit down before I
Olympics.
punch
The level of
I don't
cuts
wanna
to
punch. I'm
investments
going
that
to get my
Americans
water.
need
You want some
is
to eat?
astonishing
I'm
and
hungry.
frankly
I'm hungry.
immoral.
No,
Mulvaney,
okay, I'm
calling
gonna
his
make some
proposal
food. This is what I'm
Trumponomics,
saying.
says the
Calm
president
down.
wants to
Forget it.
reach 3% growth
Get it.
and that the
Forget it.
budget
I said
proposal
nothing
is a
about you.
collection of his
Leave it alone.
campaign
Talk to them.
promises.
He said he wanted to add to defense, he wanted to add to
Nigga.
border security,
The
he
fuck?
wanted to add to
I
school
said,
choice and
please.
veterans affairs, but he
Listen,
wanted to
sit
add
down,
to deficit
sit
in year one. That's the framework
Sit
for the budget.
Shut the
Massachusetts
fuck up.
Congresswoman Catherine Clark, a
Sit
Democrat,
down.
had Education Secretary
Down.
Betsy
I'm
DeVos
asking
on the
you to sit
hot
down.
seat.
I'm not
Clark
gonna sit
asking
down.
if she
I'm
would
making
step
some
in
water.
to make
I'm
sure that
making
private
some
and
water.
charter
I'm
schools
asking you to
receiving
sit down.
federal
I'm gonna
money
get some water.
were not
You're good to go get him some
discriminating
water.
against students.
I don't need him to give me nothing. I know where to get it
That
from.
school
Okay,
cannot
sit down. I'll
discriminate
get it.
against LGBT students.
No,
States
sit
and local
down.
communities
I'll
are
get
best
mad at me
equipped
for no
to make
reason.
these
Because on
You're
the
being
way
mad at me
decisions
for no
forward,
reason.
when we
I'm
pass
there.
by them, you're
I'm
blaming
$20.
Sonny.
$20 is Sonny.
For no reason, Sonny.
$20 is Sonny.
Sonny, be mad at him. Be mad at him. He didn't have your back. Remember that.
That passed the House earlier
Yes,
this
he
month.
was.
And I remember,
He was.
that.
He was right there. What are you
Appropriate
talking
millions
about?
more people will
Fuck them.
lose insurance by
He
2026
He was
under
right.
this GOP
Shut the fuck
plan.
down.
$20. That's $20 right there.
Stephen Jerry Beck, here's to you.
Linda, thank you. And President Trump met with Pope Francis today at the Vatican. We are told that the two discussed terrorism, immigration, and the environment. The president later tweeted he was more determined than ever to pursue peace in the Middle East, calling his meeting with the pontiff an honor of a lifetime.
He is something. He is really good. We had a fantastic meeting and we had a fantastic time. It was really beautiful.
And they also exchanged gifts. The president giving the Pope a first edition set of Martin Luther King Jr. writings, and the pontiff presented the president with several books and a medallion for peace. The president is now in Brussels, where he is set to meet with members of NATO tomorrow. NATO, the same countries that he's criticized for not paying their fair share.
All right, and in a sign of how tense things are in the worlds of politics, tonight the Republican candidate in a special election to determine who will be the state of Montana's sole representative in the U.S. House of Representatives is accused of body slamming a reporter when asked about his party's Obamacare replacement plan.
You guys, the last time you came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
So that's just the audio. We don't have there's no video exists of it.
Right. Republican Greg Gianforte issued a statement denying that he was to blame for the altercation, although it does not seem to entirely match up with what you can hear on the recording. The Guardian reporter Ben Jacobs, he says his glasses were broken and possibly his elbow which is getting x-rayed at the hospital.
You just
A Manhattan
get
grand
the
jury
shit out of
recently
him.
indicted Richard Rojas. He, of course, is the Bronx man accused of killing an 18-year-old tourist and injuring 22 others with his car in Times Square last week. Rojas did not appear in court, and the exact charges were not made public. Following his arrest, however, he was charged with both murder and attempted murder. He reportedly admitted wanting to kill people while being high on drugs at the time of the crash. He will be arraigned in July.
4 teenage boys were stabbed early this afternoon in Midtown. Police say it happened at West 52nd Street and 8th Ave during a fight among students outside PS 35. Authorities say that they're still looking for a 16-year-old suspect who fled the scene. Police say that it stemmed from a previous fight between high school students. Officials say 3 of the victims are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
Suffolk County's police commissioner in D.C. this morning testifying before Congress. He's asking for federal help in the fight against MS-13. Just last month, the gang was blamed for the deaths of 4 young men at a park in Central Islip. Members are also accused of murdering 2 high school girls last year.
Since January 1, 2016, of the 45 homicides that occurred in Suffolk County, 17 of those are believed to be linked to MS-13.
All right, Suffolk County alone, police have identified at least 400 MS-13 gang members. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is
Major key
in the fight against gangs. All right, some rain is going to be in the forecast tomorrow. We're going to head out to work.
It is for the rush hour commute right now.
Oh yeah, it'll be raining by then, and it's going to last off and on all day long. Even a couple of thunderstorms may pop up tomorrow. And it's going to be cool as the wind comes in out of the east. Right now, though, on Fox 5 Sky Guardian, there is no rain nearby. It's likely again to arrive in the wee hours of Thursday morning, probably just before daybreak or so, around 5 a.m. or so. And right now, temperatures kind of holding steady around 60. Most hotels, Bridgeport across to Midtown, North Jersey as well, a little cooler at the Jersey Shore,
That's your
upper
rain
50s. As you get
Don't
out
do that.
Long Island.
Don't do that.
It's going to pick up in intensity right now, averaging about 10 miles per hour.
guys
It's going to do a couple of things, keep the temperature cool tomorrow, but also we have a
Right.
coastal flood advisory for tonight's high tide cycle along the Jersey Shore, and for everybody
Light.
tomorrow night.
Lights. You want a light?
Thanks.
Do you want a light?
It's probably my lighter.
Yes
at
or
the end
no?
of the day.
Yes or no?
Let me see. Let me just see something. I just want to see if it's funny. Let me see something. Let me see. Is it green? Right.
What for you? Do you want a light? Yes or no?
Can I see the lighter?
Right here. You bum me?
Not for that. I live here.
You bum me?
Oh, that's his phone right there. Pass it to me.
You bum me?
Pass it to me, because I called it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on?
Let me get leg.
You good?
And no, it's not my light.
I love you, B. I love you, B. No, sit over there. Sit over there.